our Black community and mental health. So I wanted to give reference to some of the traits, once again, that can be found in bipolar, borderline personality depression disorder. So one of those would be hypermania, and that can look like you being extremely high in your excitement. You know, you're very exuberant, you're very happy, you're on top of the moon, everything is great, nothing is bothering you, all is well. You might be, feeling really, you want to party, you want to participate in a lot of activity, you want to do a lot of things. You're talking rapidly, as they say. You're talking with a lot of excitement, with a lot of animation, and you're really feeling good. You're really feeling good about yourself. In that hypermania state, they might say that you might be susceptible to doing things that are out of character. You might do things that are considered like you are mutilating your body. You might, at that point, in your hyper state, decide that you want to go and get some new piercings and some new tattoos. You want to do some type of risky behavior because you're really feeling excited about yourself, and you might want to jump off of this type of bridge and jump into lakes and jump into a pool or jump off of a roof. You might have this kind of excitement. With this hypermania, it might keep you up. You might not be able to sleep. You might be so revved up in your mania that you want to create and you want to do all of these things, and you feel so great about it. So this could be something that could be reflected to you as you're having a hypermania type of symptomatic type of moment, if you are considered to be diagnosed with this. Now, what I'm going to say for myself, on the other side, knowing that I am an empath and what those mania type of episodes could look like. Remember that we also have the trait of being introverted or extroverted, and I feel that those kinds of aspects of us can come out depending on who you're with, what's going on, all of these things. Everything's about context. Okay, so we look at it like right now as an empath, what would a hypermania moment look like? We always have to remember that the context is that you're having some kind of experience that you have to discern within yourself. Is this mine? Is it theirs? So when you're getting excited about something, ultimately, yes, you are your own being. You're going through your own experience. However, we're connected to our childlike being. We are tapped in and tuned into being like the inner child spirit. So we feel things deeper than others. So what might not excite an everyday human being, like say an animal? For whatever reason, I'm drawn to cats. I'm drawn to animals in general. I really like cats. So especially black cats. So what can tend to happen is when I see a black cat, it brings me back into my childlike state, and I'm very excited about it. And I might scream and like get very excited about it because I really love them. I don't know why that is. And so in that moment, to the observer, that's kind of crazy, out of character, it makes no sense. However, when you see children and they see the animals, or they're drawn to the things that excitement, this is how they behave as well. They experience it with their whole entire being. And you see, and we tend usually are connected to our children in the sense that whether they are children or they are our little siblings or whatever, that children, when they're around, they tend to remind us of our childhood. We tend to relive our childhood, as they say, through the experience of children. So that's kind of what it's like being around an empath when they are present and they're tapped into the moment and their being, and they're not worried about what are people thinking about their exuberance. So that is kind of like what it is like for me. Another one of my favorite animals is peacocks. Those that know me and have seen me around peacocks in life have seen how just even the feathers have brought me such joy and excitement, and I just love them. So it really is about the context of things, is why I'm always having these kinds of conversations, right? And so I personally don't have episodes of wanting to stay up and not being able to sleep and getting into zones where I just I'm on this like high of whatever excitement it is. I've never had those kinds of experiences. What I will say though is that working in my family business, when it's time for us to do a project, when it's time to do it, you stay up for as long as you need to and you do the work. That's the whole family. So it's not just I that would be in that respect doing such a thing. It's all of us together as a collective creating something into the hours of the morning, into the hours of the night until the project is done. So there would be that. And having bouts of, as in my whole life experience, feeling the need to all of a sudden participate in self-harming and behaviors that are going to be risky. Let me tell you this again, being an empath, you tend to be sensitive to medication and sensitive to like your threshold for pain is low. So by nature, we have no interest in participating in risky behavior. I am known though for, yes, having the kind of temperament that I need to feel something in order to know how hot the stove is, type of thing. However, I also have my intuition and my own inclination, my feelers, kind of like a cat with its whiskers, and to detect that, yeah, it's hot from the distance that I'm at and I don't need to touch it to know. So I don't participate in particular risky behaviors. I'm the one that observes and has a lot of questions and feels things out before I really jump in and do it. And there's also those other times where I don't have to quantify things to know it. I don't have to touch it to know it. I feel it within my being that, yes, this is good and I can drink this, eat this, I can go here and do that. And also the antithesis to that is I feel things innately, immediately, no, don't drink that, don't go here, don't do this, don't do that. So that's my take on HyperMaNiA and my take on all of that. So once again, if there's anything that I said in this video that resounds for you, or that you know that someone can benefit from this information, please subscribe, like, and share the knowledge. And you're always welcome to comment if you need clarity on anything I said here. And if you want to share a little bit about your experience, you're welcome to do so. And I want to say to you, I thank you for being, and I thank you for watching my videos. See you in the next one.